I'm a special child. Motherfuckers. I hate all of you.
Bro.
I hate all of you. It's a great start. All right. So, hello everyone and welcome back to the CWH podcast. It's been a while. I totally forgot what CWH even stood for in terms of our abbreviation for the channel. What was it again? Oh yeah, the Coping Wankers Hideout. Welcome back to, what is this? This is technically episode what? Five? 6?
If I had to guess, it's 5.
Oh god, okay, yeah. All right, 5. Wow, we did 4 episodes per year.
That's insane.
In a span of 2-3 months. We did 4 episodes and we left it.
Time is a concept.
It's very, very subjective, really.
CWH is a people, not a place. And sometimes the people aren't here.
You know what? That's
You're
true.
busy ranking.
That's true.
In the hideout.
That is true. Speaking of the people, I'm your host. That is also your host next to me. Down there as well, also your host, if the layout is all correct. I assume it is. I'm on us, or lottanascalliber. That is Ali, known as Lakristoka. And of course, we have our boy Reece down there. Look at him go.
Don't mention it.
He's grown out the beard, man.
Hey, it's winter's still wrapping up. I was kind of cold. I'm wearing my fur.
You know, I would buy the winter argument if you actually had a beard. I wouldn't.
This is as good. This is as good as it gets, dog.
It's the closest you can go.
But also, I just been like kind of lazy.
No, I think I shaved my beard like yesterday. I should have seen me with the full fucking.
I think I have seen you with like the full beard before, and it doesn't really change much in terms of like my perception of you. Like it's like I don't know. Like when I grow the full beard and then I shave it like this, everyone always goes like, "What? Like the hell happened to you? How'd you like reverse your age?" Like. Yeah. You look like you can still walk into the same places, Ali. Like there's no like I don't know what it is. Yeah. The beard helps, and sometimes it doesn't help.
I just don't clean shave. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, you leave some stubble.
Stubble. Yeah, that's fair. I've taken the option to clean shave. It's so nice to feel the air here again. It's wonderful in comparison to my pictures last year, where I just could not feel
who's blowing
anything.
Air onto your face, dog?
Who's blowing my face?
Who's blowing your face, dog? Chat. Flip that.
Chat.
I missed that.
Chat.
Fuck.
All right. Okay, so it's been essentially a whole year since our last episode. I don't even really recall what we talked about the last time. I could have sworn the last episode we had was we were talking about game. Yeah, we were talking about the Golem game that flopped like crazy. We were talking about bouldering.
Was the Twitter buyout in the same episode? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, we live in the timeline where the Twitter buyout happened and X is a thing. So
and it's profitable, by the way. I think it was last month they turned profitable. I don't remember when.
That is crazy, but you know what, knowing how a lot of social media works, where it's currently especially X, it's just a lot of rage baiting, but somehow it's working.
Yeah, it's
too.
Always baiting.
It's just rage baiting, and on X, man, I don't get it.
All I'm saying, let that sink in.
All right, so we're back. We're back. I don't want to do another counter for the let that sink. By the way,
we don't need a counter.
I did a counter for the let that sink in at some point. I think for one of the episodes, it's like a visual gag. I missed out like I think 3 or 4, but you were in the double digits. I could have sworn you said let that sink in like 18 times or something. I counted.
That was 3.
Okay.
The more we talk about this, the more he's winning.
The more he's just gonna do it. It's the God. I hate it here. I think I I think I might just hate it here. Anyways,
We're- can't do it.
Spotify allows videos these days to come through for
Yeah.
podcasts and the like, which I think is quite cool. So there's a chance that people will also see the video going through into Spotify if there's no issue on our end uploading that. So
We'll see.
if that's
We'll
the
see about
case, if that's the case, I am going to ask this question now. Why is your microphone duct taped? What happened?
So, actually, here's the thing. I used medical tape because I couldn't find my duct tape, but my duct tape's right in the stack right here, and my left. This my mic has been through a lot because I travel a lot with it. It's on its last leg, so the wire, if it's like displaced a bit, it's unplugged. So I have to. It has to be perpetually taped to work.
It
This
has
is employee abuse.
yeah, it's having that issue where like it'll only work if the wires like at a certain angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh boy.
There. I undressed it.
He's taking off
How
the
do you feel?
windshield. The mic is naked, man. Put it back.
Empty.
It's for
This mic
protection,
looks
man.
weird, that is
Put the protection back on. All right.
Nah, I mean, it's a whole thing. Even my mic, guys,
Mm-hmm.
my mic stand is fucked up. You see this, the angle of this compared to the angle of my whole mic? It's supposed to be like,
End it?
Yeah, no,
supposed
it's
to be like this.
drooping. Like it's drooping all the way
It's
down.
it's because also I have to travel with my mic stand a lot. So it's, oh man, chat, guys. Oh man.
Oh
no.
god.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So yeah, it's sorted.
You know what you could do? You could like you could Rube Goldberg this shit where you tie like a counterweight to the other side.
Dude, I literally did for a bit, but then I have to keep taking it apart. That my
Correct,
counterweight's
because
not here.
you would need like 5 different counterweights for like all the different positions that you might be sitting in.
It's so annoying.
I used to do that
But
too.
I didn't need mic stand.
Just counterweight your mic.
Yeah. Because I bought like a shitty like $2 mic stand. And so I had to counterweight it because it just didn't work.
Dude, the shitty mic stands are either just not like the bolts are either too tight, the legs are not equal, so it's like slanted, or that shit squeaks.
You know, the funny thing is, I won the lottery because it had all of the problems. Like everything was there.
Whoa.
That's
That is
That's tough.
that's not a microphone stand anymore, dude. I'd pack it up, wrap it up. That's a self-defense weapon. I sit it underneath my bed. Any intruder comes in, I'm whacking them with the two ringgit, $2 Shopee microphone stand.
Yeah, talking about microphones, I don't have one anymore. If you can see that, I'm using my laptop's mic. I have moved since last year.
Oh yeah.
Several times.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you've been going around. You've been passed around, dog.
Yeah, no, the streets didn't like me. Neither did the cities or the towns. They just kicked me out.
That's so rough. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Update everyone on what's been happening on your end. Where you at now? Where you been over the
Right.
past few months? It's been quite the adventure.
Let's go through it from last episode. So I finished my university, got my degree, and then they told me you can't do masters because your marks for your degree are going to come out after your visa is done. And I was like, well, can't you guys like give me one more month of visa or something? So, I can get my grades and then apply for masters. They said no. So I got kicked out of Malaysia because of that, basically. Ran out of visa, had to leave. I went to Turkey. I stayed there for 3 months with my uncle. A lot happened in the 3 months, in the last day of the 3 months, actually. At the end of the 3 months, I tried to go to Georgia because I could get visa there for about a month and a half. And then they kicked me out. So I came back to Turkey. And I had like 5 more days to find another place. So I went to Armenia. Now I'm in Armenia. I have about 2 weeks left here. I'm going back to Turkey. Managed to get university. Like I managed to get a master's degree in Turkey.
Right.
So I'll be there for a while.
Yeah, brother's getting passed around. Check that out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when your
At
spawn
least it's
point is
settled.
is as unlucky as mine.
Yeah.
Dog.
The spawn point conversation is rough, huh? For that one. But
Oh yeah,
the spawn point is also terrible itself. Besides, evolving, it's stayed terrible. I think, unfortunately, at least by your words.
it's getting worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard. Uh, oof, man. So, how has Turkey been actually? The few months that you were there.
The most annoying thing with Turkey is almost no one speaks English. That was the
Really?
most annoying part. Yeah.
Huh.
And it's not like they don't understand it. They understand it, they refuse to speak it. It's kind of like some
Interesting.
weird like pride they have in it. It's really weird because I will go to a store and I can speak I speak English and they do what I ask them to do or give me what I ask them to give me.
Hmm.
But they never speak back like in English to me. It's always Turkish. I'm like, why? I know you understand me. You're doing what I'm telling you to do. Just say thank you in English. Like or like you want to ask a question, ask it in English.
Who knows?
That was the most annoying part.
Might just be a natural thing. Maybe I don't know. I know like Turkish people that are like out of Turkey, of course, are genuinely very nice people. They're very. I love learning about like the Turkish culture whenever like they talk about it because I think it's like really interesting. It's really cool. Uh, Turkey is a well, I mean, them speaking Turkish and English, of course, or whatever the language is there. I keep forgetting what it is. Uh, Makes them bilingual, but they're also kind of sandwiched in like 3, 4 other countries. So they're effectively trilingual, considering some of the people that come in and out, right? What's the
Yeah, I
languages
mean
there?
they have a lot of Arabs basically that go to Turkey for tourist reasons.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, that's one language that they're familiar with. They also know English to a certain extent. Um, I think other than that, it's just Turkish, which is their actual language.
Hmm.
Mm,
And yeah, that's those are the main ones.
It's primarily trilingual.
Yeah, and also just to be clear, I was in Istanbul, the actual like what is it?
The main capital.
that's the like,
Yeah, the main capital.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't like went around. I don't know what the other places are like. I was just in that one area.
I've been to the Istanbul airport once. It was pretty sick. It was
I
pretty
don't want to
sick.
hear about it.
If you
I
go
do not
on,
want to.
if you
I have
go on,
PTSD.
if you go on an hour and a half about
You
your
guys are just mad
trip,
that I have stories, dog. Anyways, so like one thing that's interesting about that airport. Did you land there, Ali, in the Istanbul airport?
Yeah,
They have that like
no, he airdropped there. What do you mean? I
I don't
stayed in Turkey for
like
3 months. Did you
maybe
land?
there's
Did you
another
land at the
airport.
airport? And it's no, I airdropped there. Bro chose the point where he wanted to fight, and he dropped. He did not land at the
I
airport.
don't know. Maybe he landed at a different airport, but I was talking about the main one,
Right.
the
yeah. I
international one.
landed on the main one. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you chill out there at all, or did you just go dip?
The first time I just went and did, but the time I got rejected from Georgia, I
Oh,
chilled there for a while.
'cause they have like a couple of like it's like outdoor, but it's still like in the like I don't think it's a smoking area, or maybe it is.
It is. If it's like if outside wind is hitting you directly, that's a smoking area.
Yeah, because like I was able to like directly see the runway and everything while I was
Yeah,
still
yeah.
inside the
Those are the
airport.
smoking
But
areas.
outside,
Yeah.
I think nobody was smoking because it was winter when I went, and I was kind of freezing. But it was so nice actually.
I went there in winter too. Everyone was smoking.
But you know what? The guard, like one of the guards, followed me to the door. I was like, it always happens at airports. Do I just look suspicious or something? What's up? What's the
Yes,
deal?
Maybe.
definitely.
Okay, never mind.
I feel like I can't pinpoint where you're from. If you're
Dude,
clean
somebody-
shaven,
Racially ambiguous.
yeah, you're
No,
ambiguous
literally,
as shit.
somebody called me racially ambiguous at TwitchCon, this past TwitchCon.
Yeah, no, I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
so because like okay, if you like right now you grow out your facial hair, I can only really think of like 3-4 places you might be from just because of like how the facial structure looks like. But then you're also a tall motherfucker and you're built like a tank.
I'm not that tall.
You're
I am
taller
built
than
like
me.
a tank, though.
You're built like a tank. You're taller than me, and like I guess hairstyle might be depends on what you wear as well in the day. You could be very racially ambiguous, and then of course you're on the darker skin tone of things in comparison to us.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
What do you mean?
Say it with your chest.
I think you look Filipino.
What?
No, I feel like you look like, okay, with the facial hair.
I definitely look Filipino with this hair.
You
that I got
look
going on right now.
Filipino more like currently, like with the current hair and the facial hair. And then I think if
Next
it's
time
like,
you see me, I'm gonna clean up.
if you if it's tapered out and everything, I think it's less so, and then you look more somehow maybe more Malaysian, going towards like a Spanish mix in a way.
Yeah, a lot of people speak Spanish to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing that happened to my mom, I think, actually, when she had a
Oh,
trip.
I can see that.
Yeah, she had a especially with how she dresses. She loves like the kind of like flowy kind of tops, like what's the term again? Like the abuelas type of fashion, you know, the abuela fashion.
You just
But,
say your mom has umbrella fashion.
Abuela.
Bro, chat, clip that. If we're
No,
sending that to
I-
Hannes' mom.
I do think so. I think because she likes the more laid back, leaning towards like culturally designed like tops and stuff, which is why we have so many in the house. But yeah, I think she went to Colombia, and the taxi driver there spoke Spanish to her for like a solid few minutes before she responded back in like clear English, and it's just like I don't speak Spanish, and he's like, oh, that's really interesting because I thought you were Spanish. You look Spanish. So that's been a thing. I have been called personally, either depending on how and what I grow out, facial hair or whatever, I either get called Filipino, I get called somehow, I think if I shave and everything, and if I'm wearing something else, I got called like Chinese mix. When I was younger, I think I could see it in my younger pictures. I definitely look Chinese mix in my younger pictures for some odd reason, especially as a baby. Definitely been called Arabic before once the facial hair grows out. Yeah. And there was only one time in my life, because like they couldn't pinpoint where my accent was. They asked me if I was like some cross hybrid between an American and an Australian.
And you sound like it.
Oh yeah.
The Australian one makes sense because that's where I grew up, right? So the best part was that like I just answered in like Bahasa flat, like the hardest accent I could go for just to throw them off. And they were so confused standing in front of me for 2 minutes before I told them, no, it's okay, I speak like clear English. But I can also speak the Australian English.
Bro, I don't think I'd
This
survive a
man
day
has
in
been-
Australia.
This man has many accents.
Way too many. D&D
Way
has
too
helped with
many.
that.
Oh yeah.
D&D has
That's a thing we
absolutely
started,
helped
by
with
the way.
that.
Guys, the D&D is starting soon in our brand new Patreon that I'm announcing right now, even to my co-hosts. Good job, guys.
Yes.
A
Do
new
you want to
Patreon.
hear? Oh, how many people are we? 7 people shouting things they should not. They should not be shouting. Join our Patreon, but before
They're just
that,
characters,
sign an
guys.
NDNA that you will. It's a mandatory. You have to sign the NDNA.
Listen. At our work rate, it'll come out in a year. Keep an eye out.
Is it
Maybe.
NDNA or is it just an NDA? Am I crazy?
NDA.
It's NDA.
It's just an NDA. Yeah.
NDNA is very close to MDMA, which is the drug.
Okay. Yep. All right. All right.
You go to any raves lately? What's going on?
Hey man, those
Confidential
Millennium
information.
concerts go wild.
My coworker told me
Armenia
they
is
did
wild.
Somali the other day
Oh
while they're at a
boy.
rave. I was like, saying that to me at work is crazy.
Off work things, I guess. That's I don't know. Not one for it.
Like-
I would try a rave, but I'm not one to do anything else besides enjoying the music there.
I'm definitely more of a drinker at a rave than anything else. That's about
Right.
it.
I think you're just generally a drinker.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just a raging alcoholic. God. I was saying this yesterday and the day before and the day before that. Hey,
So
guys, important question.
Yeah.
What is your 10 beer plan?
My 10 beer plan. Not my 10-year plan, my 10 beer plan.
Where are you
my
going to
plan's
be in 10
finish
beers?
them all. My plan
Where
on
am I
finishing them all.
where am I going to be in 10 beers?
Mhm.
Apparently writing a fuck off campaign for this podcast for my D&D sessions apparently.
Listen, you guys both like vision. I'd be opening my 11th. You guys both like vision. Think about it.
Dear Lord.
No, I lack the financial means for the 11 because I'll
See,
probably lose my wallet by the 10. I'm not gonna lie to you.
See, my problem is that I assume I go 10. I might not remember the other 10 that I get afterwards. So it might not be a 10 beer plan. It might be a 20 odd some 30 with a lot of
Okay.
water in between.
Water. What the
My
hell is that?
liver, my bladder, everything is going to be gone. Everything would be gone. Oh man.
Let
No.
me tell you, all the people here drink like fucking tanks, bro.
In
Like
America.
fucking animals. Yeah.
I
mean-
can imagine.
Like what's the common poison? Whiskey, beer,
Bud Light, Coors
Bud
Light.
I see.
Like it's crazy. I don't know. There's just a lot of beer. There's just a lot of beer going on where I'm at. You'll see a lot of the, and this is not me saying anything, but I'm about to say something.
Sure.
You'll see mostly that. Never mind. I'm not gonna pull a Kanye. I'm not gonna say
Pulled
it.
it back. He pulled it back. He's gonna crash out on our CWH Twitter, bro. I'm not gonna have any control
Guys.
over it.
I'm not popular enough to be saying stuff like that yet.
Dude, what even happened there? What happened? How did he crash out so hard?
It was planned,
he
dude.
wrote everything he wrote, and then he thanked everyone, and then he just fucked off.
This is
And you know what? People haven't
crashed
even canceled
out.
him.
No, because they were just like, yeah,
Kanye
that's him.
activity.
Yeah, that's just Kanye. You know those like those meme pictures of like, okay, Grandpa, let's get you back on your meds, let's get you back to bed. No one man should have all that power. Okay, Grandpa, come on now.
That's an awfully. Oh God.
God, Kanye, truly visionary. I feel brave saying that. I'm like half
I mean,
convinced.
technically he is.
He
He
is.
can definitely see something. He can definitely see something.
He was seeing multiple things, for sure.
I still think it had to be like planned, and like I think X did pay him. Twitter did pay him, you know,
Maybe.
for some of it, but they didn't expect the whole thing.
He was too fast. They couldn't catch up.
They're like, hey, yo, Kanye, can you like crash out this month? Like Twitter, rather X analytics have been kind of on the down low, so we kind of need more engagement. Say less. I got
Oh my
you.
God, guys.
I mean, he was that before or after the show? You know, the entire thing with his wife.
After, I think. Or was it
Yeah.
during?
Right.
It was very like very close
It,
together.
it was very close. I don't know which one happened first.
The wife thing happened first,
Okay.
I believe.
Maybe it was just jealousy.
Maybe.
One man could have all that power or something. Guys,
Something like that, yes.
let's put a pin in Kanye. Today's President's Day, the 17th of February. There's an Amazon sale that I just found right now.
So what
I
are you
was
looking
thinking maybe I'd get a carpet cleaner like my floor is all carpet in this room.
at? I want to say,
Maybe some Play-Doh.
I just want to say to whoever's watching the podcast at the moment, or at least you can tune in to the frame, this man's talking about a carpet cleaner. Mind you, he has, of course, the carpet laid out on his background, but he has like 3 forms of fabric that it's just kind of wrapped around the back in his corner.
Look. This is for somebody that happens to sew clothing and like works
Oh,
on.
I thought you were gonna say
You
that
know.
you used to know.
No,
I
unfortunately, I
had to-
still know my sister. Unfortunately, I still know my sister.
So
But,
is that just for
it's on my
like just
side
for
of the
clothing? Like, are you getting something tailored or?
It's for like whatever. It's like cloth. It's just
Right.
extra cloth.
No, right.
Oh yeah, we should probably go back to explaining everything that happened in this year that we're missing, because I was the only person who said anything.
Right. Yes.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah, yeah,
I wanted to go back. Fuck you and your fabric.
I got 3 rolls of fabric thanks to my scout.
So, if you scroll down far enough on the CWH Patreon page, you'll also find the link to our store, where you can get how many feet is that of fabric? He's lost himself with
It's
cat.
so many. It's so many.
Possibly 120 feet of fabric
Could be 5
that can
feet.
be signed.
Multiple
By
times.
yours truly, yeah. And if you wanted a piece of duct tape with it that comes as a side gift, you can do that as well. Sorry, medical tape. My bad. Hello, Murph. Welcome back,
Say
our
hi to
esteemed
chat.
guests. Our
He's
esteemed
scared.
guests of the
He's scared of
podcast.
you guys. Scared of men. I get
Scared.
it. I'm scared of men too.
Yeah, that's real.
Can't tell if that's an attack on yourself. Like you're not a man, so he's fine with you.
No. No.
I
Murph
can't. I
likes me.
can't.
I'm his dad.
Love Murph. So,
Murph is looking at the camera.
maybe we should just make Murph our mascot.
Just instead of the bird.
Yeah, why not? Give him a beanie, it'll be fine. Look at him go, little man's. Right, yeah. So, Reece, you also technically
Oh, God.
moved. You also technically moved, right? And going,
I think
Still
didn't
within
I move
America.
before I.
I think you did. I
Oh
think
no.
you did.
No.
Did you?
No.
was
Episode.
that?
You were
4 is
talking.
right
No, you were
before I-
talking about it. You were talking about it. I think you were mentioning that the move was going to happen. It wasn't fully solidified in the plan, I believe, and then almost rapidly after that episode, it just was like, okay, never mind. Everything's confirmed. Everything's getting packed out within a few weeks, a few months, and then we pretty much didn't hear from you for like months on end. You just became a
It
ghost
was so
essentially.
busy, bro. So I put all my stuff into my car. It was August. And you know what? I got everything except my keyboard, my big ass keyboard for music. I left it
Oh.
behind the fucking door. I was so mad, but
So did you have to go back for it, or
Nah, now I have one there in case because my brother still live there.
Right.
To visit. I just happen to have a full size keyboard there whenever I visit now.
Does that mean you bought another one for where you at?
right there
Oh, it's
by
right
the
there. Oh,
by the
geez.
120
stole
feet
one.
of fabric?
Yeah.
No.
God damn.
What else was the keyboard gonna lay against the wall? Come on, guys.
On
What's
the
it gonna be
stand?
on, a stand? Nah, bro.
The
He's gonna
stand's
get
right there, dog.
he's gonna get like the custom, like the keyboard carrier, and you stand up and walk around with it. I call it the keyboard lederhosen.
The thing.
He's just
Oh,
gonna go out
God, bro.
busking with it. He's gonna have a backpack where that's like the amp like all tied to it. And he's gonna start mixing live.
Nah, dude. I'm gonna have the keyboard and I'm gonna be playing game sound effects when you find something or it's a mystery. Just whenever people are doing random shit. But about
He's gonna play the Among Us theme walking by the street.
Nah, chat. That's bad.
Just the dun, 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 dun. Oh man.
But yeah, I packed up all my stuff. My sister flew in,
Mhm.
and because I was moving in with my sister, so we drove across America. It was kind of nice. The trip itself, and I'll make this short because I know I have a habit of rambling.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say
recently,
I horribly have pulled you into telling a trip story, but go on.
quick sidebar. I edit
Okay.
my sister's videos because she's a Twitch streamer, and recently I've learned how similar I am to her when I'm talking.
Twitch.tv/Woozia, by the way.
And so I was editing her gameplay video the other day, and this gameplay portion, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. But I have to cut out like 45 minutes of talking to get that 25 portion.
Yeah, that's generally how that works. Like sidebar on my end, working as a editor as well, like a freelance editor, for Twitch streamers especially.
So much, right?
It's so much cutting because it's
When
like
they talk to chat.
yeah, and trying to find the kind of like style that they want is also a bit difficult because some of these streamers are gameplay streamers, right? So like, not to say they don't interact with their chat too much, but a lot of like their personality comes from interacting with the game, which causes interaction with the chat. Some of these streamers are also interactive with the chat more than they are with the game. So the focus becomes more on them, less the game. The game is just kind of there as like a plate, you know? It's not actually the main meal of it. So you have to be very like,
There's a
you have to be very
balance,
on
and
it.
it depends what kind of game it is too.
That too, right? That too.
Like if it's like a game of Valorant, I think it's more negligible because it's the same, same game.
You cut.
It's not like a story driven.
Cut the good kills. Cut the chat interaction. Cut the interaction with the other players. That's your video.
Simple. And
Everything
either
else
way,
is meat. Fat.
I tend to like because I want a lot of people to know the whole story so that I don't have to tell it again. But lately I've been doing this thing where I tell a bit of the story, then we'll circle back in a few weeks and I'll tell the rest of the story. It's just been like so much easier for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Drove up. We went through. Man, I can't even remember. It's been like a year. It's been a year and a
Your
half.
starting
since we
point.
did that
Your
trip.
starting point was Missouri. What was your next state
Yeah,
over?
so there's two different ways. You can go along the border basically, or you can go through the middle. So we went through Colorado, through the middle.
Oh, you took the
Colorado.
Colorado would be counted as the scenic view, right? Because Colorado has a lot of forests and mountains and stuff.
It was cool. We stopped for Kansas barbecue, which is really nice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We stopped to see a few cities. In Utah, there was a crazy thunderstorm. And listen, at the time, I haven't really driven in like rain like that in like a storm. But it was time for me and Fuzzy to switch driving. But she stayed there driving because it was like that was the most intense storm I've seen in a long time. Like
As a Malaysian driver, I would like to say I'm a veteran at that.
dog, that rain was violent, like scarier than Malaysian monsoon rain.
I don't know how scary it was, but we've had some really, really like scary rain in Malaysia as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I
to the
mean,
point you
like,
can't see in front of you.
Yeah, that's
that's
happened
how it
a few
was
times.
like.
Yeah, I've driven through like I think 3 or 4 times when it was like that.
But I can say
yeah,
that
I
like
mean-
what is it? The looking at like media, I know the American like rainfall is equivalent, but the wind is very different. The wind is
It's-
like
yeah.
2-3 times stronger.
yeah.
We could feel the car was
yeah.
shaking, bro.
Oh,
the
yeah,
car
that's
was
scary.
fucking.
Super
This
windy, right?
this is your truck
Malaysia is
too, right?
not
This is
windy.
your truck, right? Was this the truck that you were doing the trip?
No, this is my sedan.
Oh,
My
your
nice
sedan.
little, my Hyundai Elantra.
Oh boy.
So, it was kind of spooky, but we made it, and then blah blah blah. We made it. Basically, we made it to San Diego. I moved in. I kept my head down and I was working for like 6 months. I went back to Malaysia, whole thing. I don't know where. Boom, my car gets whacked. And so
On
it
New
broke
Year's.
down on New Year's.
That was New Year's. I remember.
I'm
But
sorry, I'm laughing just because that out of nowhere my car got whacked, and I was like, "What do you mean out of nowhere? Like, what does that mean?
It's out of nowhere, man.
What is,
no, I
was,
mean like
you're
I
not
wasn't
even
there.
What happened
you
to the
you
car?
you weren't there. It was.
I was
a
in
New Year
Malaysia and my
crash.
car gets whacked,
Yeah.
but that's okay. It's whatever. The car was down for a while, but I got plenty of pieces and I'm fixing it myself, so it's gonna take some time. I think it'll be up by April. That's what it feels like. I just got to replace the So now I took off the bumper support, which is the thing behind the bumper, and then I have to unbend the two prongs basically that are holding the radiator.
Oh.
Oh, you're changing the
Okay.
radiator, right? Because that thing
I'm-
fell out.
I'm not changing the radiator, but I'm changing the radiator support, I think.
The radiator can
Wait,
take
the
a
radiator itself is fine?
radiators can take a hit. So some of them can take a hit. It's whatever's
Depends where it
holding
gets
up.
hit. Is the
Yeah,
biggest
depend.
thing.
Like if it's like straight on, that thing's not going to survive. But usually, I think looking at the angle of the crash, assuming I have your permission to show like a picture of the damage, I'll put it. I think I do. It was somewhere. I saved it somewhere on, like my Instagram archives or the Discord. I think when we were talking about it. Yeah, assuming I have the.
If you need another picture, though, I'll just get one.
Sure, I'll take an updated picture. But yeah,
I got a little picture of me holding
the bumper up.
I'll put that in. I'll put that in. I
Hey, look, Paul,
like,
look what I caught.
Craziest thing is, in all the pictures that I'm working on my car, I'm wearing slides. So my dogs are just out.
That's for free
For the Patreon.
Damn.
for the
For
Patreon.
the Patreon.
Okay, but yeah, the damage was kind of nuts, and of course, there's always the stigma where if you're gonna go on New Year's, like if you're gonna go out on New Year's, try not to drive, because you may be able to trust your
Other
own
people are
driving
dangerous
sense. You
too.
cannot trust other people on the road during that time because it is hectic, it is dangerous. People are getting drunk. It's yeah, not fun. A lot of crashes in the New Year. So the damage when I saw it was kind of fucked, and I was really worried. But luckily, everyone got out of that with like I think bruises the most, some cuts primarily.
From the airbag.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
the
like an
airbag popped.
It was an intersection hit too, right? It was not an intersection hit. It wasn't like a cross like intersection hit. It was just like a traffic light in a straight, if I recall, down the street.
I believe it's an intersection. No, there's a stop sign, no lights, but this guy was speeding because it's in the city. In the city, the speed limit's pretty damn low.
Right.
So the judgment was that the car was like far,
Right.
but this guy's speeding, so you can't calculate for somebody going like, because like if you see the picture, it doesn't make sense for that speed, for the like actual, the whole front of my car is just
It's gone. Like it got eviscerated.
Casually.
Like it just got eviscerated. So yeah, luckily, everyone got out of that. That's very scary. Literally a few more feet, it's a different story because you're hitting the door of the car and not the front. And yeah, Hyundai.
No,
That would have been bad, yeah.
Good work, Hyundai. You have a solid car. Have you seen the crash tests for not Hyundai but like Volvos? Have you seen how crazy durable they are?
No, dude. I only see the
The-
Tesla crash test.
Yeah,
on my
I've
Instagram.
only seen the Tesla.
Oh yeah,
ones,
the Tesla ones are kind of hilarious, but the Volvo crash test, the meme within the car community is that if you hit a Volvo, you have to check the damage on your car because you didn't even scratch the Volvo, and it's true. Like, of course, the basic design for like doing good crash tests for a car or designing like a good car is that you have to have zones where the car can crumple in so it can absorb the force. Volvo can still do that. It's just however they've laid out the inside of the car and maybe the spots where they put a lot of the internals and just what kind of materials they're using. A lot of the time, if you see a lot of crashes, especially the Volvo SUV, that thing is a tank. I remember they dropped like a whole log on it, I think in one of the tests, or they dropped something heavy on it. And like usually when you drop something heavy on the top of the car, it will just bend inwards, right? That thing still stayed somewhat level.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, like the glass
Now I know.
shattered and everything, like, and splintered, and it still kind of caved in a bit, but it caved in nowhere near as like any other car. So
Crazy.
Volvos, if you want to really survive something.
So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I've been doing a lot of like a lot of computer work, a lot of digital work. I released an EP while I was gone.
Oh yes, yeah. Tell
The
people
big
about that.
EP.
How was that? How was developing the EP and everything?
Developing the EP was hectic, bro. Because what I did was I wanted to finish it before TwitchCon, but I only thought about releasing it or like making it and releasing it maybe a month and a half out.
Mhm.
So I had like crunch time basically, and I announced it before I had one song or when I had one song ready. It was kind of
Right.
it was a
Okay.
rush. I went. When I wanted to release it on the first day of TwitchCon, I don't know why, but the file's corrupted on the publisher.
Oh, I did not know
It's
that.
okay. It's whatever. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's
I
whatever.
didn't
It
know that
released
part of
the
the
day
story.
a couple days after.
Right.
What it was designed for is because like YouTubers, streamers can use it.
Mhm.
It's not. It wasn't meant to go like do anything crazy. Just that it has like good. Like I wanted it to blend in with the genre nicely,
Yep.
and that it can be played passively really well. About it. I really didn't do well in the aftercare of that EP though.
Mhm.
I've been trying to do better about it because I kind of dropped it and I like because
Kinda
of
just
that
left
crunch
it.
time I was kind of like burnt out.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Creative burnout after dropping a big project tends to happen. There's only really two feelings, right? And it's like sometimes you can link that to what kind of reception you get. So it's like, oh, I dropped my thingy that I did a lot of work on, got the reception, I'm motivated. And then the other one is I dropped the thing I worked really hard on, got the reception, or maybe didn't even get as much reception that I want, burnt out.
I got the reception that I was looking for.
That's
I was
good.
pretty pleased with it. It's just like I'm usually a lot more like planny, you know. But I was being really intentional to just like that EP was a lot of me going with the flow. In that span, I actually the original song that I finished for it plus 5 I threw away. And then in the last week leading up to it, I finished the other songs, the new songs. It's kind of crazy.
I think I'll throw up the EP up top on the screen, so everyone can check it out. So links will be in the description as well, of course.
But that's about it. I'm caught up. That's pretty much where I'm at. I've just been going through some life changes, but that's for offline me.
Oh, he did not just stab. What was that?
no,
that was
that was-
Christ.
That was me pulling up my cape like Batman.
Oh gosh,
Just for clarification,
Somehow that's worse.
I've done my job here.
Prefer the dab.
All right, I'm gonna leave my now. The aftercare of that statement is going to be inexistent. Don't worry,
Yeah,
guys.
you said it yourself, so it's quoted. It's recorded. It's clipped. Jarvis, we have clipped that. We'll send
Jarvis,
it back to you.
Blow up the house of kids.
Jarvis, maximum pulse at family of 4, please. Oh man, gotta love
Marvel
that
Rivals, bro.
game. What a drop. We haven't had video game talk in a
Juggernaut
while.
of a game.
Yeah. Rivals, Marvel Rivals has been quite the interesting drop, especially after the absolutely deserved, I will say it just on my feet, 100% deserved death of Overwatch. 100% deserved. I mean, we're going back into Overwatch 1 essentially. 6v6 is coming back after what? Like Overwatch 2 existed for about maybe 2.5 years. So we went into that 5v5 state, right? Maybe 3. And 6v6 is now coming back. The loot boxes are coming back, which is funny considering like whoever of our listeners here are like, you know, League players, you know, of like your loot box situation where they're taking out their loot boxes. So they're pulling a Blizzard while Blizzard is trying to go back to being regular Blizzard, which is really funny. There's so many things there, so many layers. I think we can get to that in like the next episode when we go to like video game talk. But to sum it up, like we're getting 6v6 back. We're getting the loot boxes back as if it's revolutionary. And I called this like a year and a half ago to 2 years because it's like, this is not good. Like Overwatch 2 is not going to work. They already scrapped the PvE. It's not going to work. However, the recent state of play did look kind of cool. Yes, there's the whole Overwatch is going third person as well, which is like, haha, that's really funny because Marvel Rivals is also third person. So, you know, we see what you're doing there.
Going third person?
Who knows? Who knows?
That's a big question mark for me.
It's almost like they have a rival. How we could possibly marvel at that, huh?
they're panicking, bro. They're straight up. They're just panicking and trying to undo. They're trying their hardest to stay afloat.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't watch it turn over.
A recent clip
I'm
saw.
gonna stop.
Somebody. Nah, I won't.
I saw a recent clip and it was Shout saying he actually preferred Overwatch rather than Marvels, and I was like, that's interesting.
That's. Okay, to be fair.
He called it like, he said it was an objectively better game. That's what he said.
To be fair, I think I do agree to a certain extent because Rivals is really, really fun, but it's not in a clear state of balance. There's a lot of things that are very broken, and genuinely the banding system and the competitive scene has helped it kind of survive to that extent as you go up the ranks. So, yeah. And also, it's not an optimized game. Overwatch is a much more optimized game. You can run it on like some lower end machines these days, or quote unquote lower end machines these days, which is basically our high end machines like 8 years ago. But it runs fine. Like Overwatch is smooth as butter when it runs. But the problem is that everything else tied with Overwatch is you need an SSD for Rivals. That's the thing. Like if you do not have an SSD, do not bother trying to play Marvel Rivals. It just will be a lot of pain. You'll suffer a lot of loading times. Textures will be gone, or you'll take 5 gazillion years to load into a map. You know, I'm speaking from personal experience before I moved the game over into my SSD. So yeah, it helps a lot to have an SSD for that game, and it really, really needs to deal with the goddamn memory leak it has. It for sure has one because, especially last season when I was trying to when I was grinding up the ranks and everything, Grandmaster by the way.
Okay. Whoa. Slow down. What was that?
What?
Did you just flex?
Yeah, I did. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy flexing the fact that I got to Grandmaster mostly with Mantis. I'll say that.
Hey, what's it like? What's it like having longer than 2-second queues up there? Imagine.
The Grandmaster queues are actually relatively fast these days because they added like a buffer
everyone's
rank.
Grandmaster.
A majority of people can hit like Grandmaster. They have like a buffer rank. So essentially like what Valorant did, and I think Overwatch did as well, was that like, remember people were kind of hitting like Diamond and then they would go straight into like top 500 in early Overwatch, right? They would go into like, and then they added Master and Grandmaster. These are the buffer ranks to kind of keep the ranks split. It's a Band-Aid fix in a way, unless you have a lot of players and like a lot of like complexities around in the game which Rivals does have. So it's a little bit better. Like what is it? Ascendant in Valorant is like a buffer rank before you hit Immortal. Before you go Diamond, and then you go straight into Immortal, and then you go straight into Radiant. So there's like, you create this large disparity inside Diamond of like really shit Diamond players and really good Diamond players. So, and the gap is too big. So you need that buffer rank to kind of like have a visual tell of like where everyone is. So they did that with this season for Rivals, and it's been good. But I think people can hit a lot of the desired ranks unless, you know, it's like the top ranks in Rivals. So yeah, I think objectively, I guess Shroud is kind of correct in that sense that Overwatch 2 maybe on some fundamental level is a little bit better. Rivals is just inherently more fun. It's fresh. And to be honest, they do listen to their community more. The one thing that happened, I'll just be very quick with this, was that they announced like, oh yeah, in the middle of February, we're going to have a rank split. They just kind of threw that out there like last week. And people were like, but we're still grinding rank. Like, it's fresh. We just got off into the season. Like, everyone's there already. Like, they mentioned in the patch notes that, like, or like in the forum, like, hey, everyone's kind of like filtered into their own rank, so we're going to add like a rank split in between. And everyone's just like, don't do that. That's going to be like not fun. That's going to be kind of bad. And then literally not even a day after, literally a few hours after that, they were like, yeah, actually, you know what? Looking back, bad idea. Thank you for telling us. We will keep this as a thing, and we'll put this folder back. We'll just continue working on the game, on other stuff. Thank you for telling us. Who does that these days? Who does that these days on a large multiplayer game that's booming to the degree that Rivals is? Who does that? COD doesn't do that. CS doesn't do it. Valo doesn't do it. No, none of these games do that, where they can tell the community they want to do a decision and then walk back on it after the community has given their input within a few hours, mind you. If it's done, it's usually done in months, and the damage is severe. Like, props to the Rivals like dev team, at least for that.
I think fast. It's that they know what they have. They know what they have, and they know the value of what they have in this like day and age of like, you know, games exploding, and they're trying to hold on to it. You know, like same thing. You know, Helldivers. Yeah. They didn't hold on to it like they should have. Although some of it might not have been their fault.
The Sony thing, yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know, but I hear Helldivers is on the way up. I'm probably gonna play it again soon.
I think I have been playing it like once every 2 weeks. Just because I want something to play, like, you know, drop down, shoot something, and then I'm out. That's it. It's nice to have a game that just doesn't keep you in, you know, all the time. Rivals is also very good at that. So, yeah. Anyways, video game talk aside, we'll have a whole episode for that one, because boy, howdy, video game talk our specialty, man. There's a lot to catch up on that one. There's a lot of shit there, yeah. So,
I gotta say, what have you been up to this while you were gone on us during our hiatus? Where have you been?
Ooh, man, where have I been? I've been everywhere
during our vacation.
Yeah,
mancation.
Our mancation.
No, vancation.
Vancation. Yeah. I'm not even gonna question it. Right.
Yeah, he did get a van, and he did go on a vacation.
It's a wank and a vacation. Man.
Oh, you said a
wankcation.
That's crazy.
I heard vancation. I was just like, yes, I did buy a van to go on vacation.
Cross country.
Hey, Reece, free candy? It's the back of the van. Sorry, Reece, free Marvel Rivals?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, he's gone.
Free Grandmaster rank?
I'll carry you.
I don't need that for free.
True.
You want to pay for it? I didn't know that. Okay.
Capitalism.
I don't do boosting services. Just saying that. All right. Anyways, where have I been? Gosh. Okay. Quite a lot of things have happened over the last year. So much so, I write a whole lore book. But the more interesting things is that literally, I think 30-ish minutes ago, we mentioned D&D. I have been getting into D&D a lot. I've always been a fan of D&D. Like, I just never had any way to kind of like get into it. It was like I found it a bit complex to get into it. I didn't have anyone else that was interested, and I brought it up while I was watching Critical Role that time, because I got into watching the Vox Machina series over on Amazon, which was their first campaign, and I started watching their campaign as well. I'm currently still catching up, by the way. Literally behind my screen right now is not Vox Machina, Critical Role Campaign 2, episode 76. Mind you, each of these episodes are like 4 hours long, like 3-4 hours long. So I've been binging for months since November when this guy left.
The first campaign was like what, 300 episodes in itself, I think, like somewhere.
No, it's not. Right? It's not 300. It's 300 episodes, like plus in total of all 3 campaigns. The first episode was
the first. Oh, okay.
The first campaign is about 115-ish, around there. 115-ish episodes. Campaign 2 is about the same, and campaign 3 just wrapped up actually last week at episode 121, I think. So about 350 plus episodes in total of like 3 different campaigns for D&D. Not including, I think, the specials and everything that they have. So, yeah. So, D&D, very fun to get into. Long story short, essentially, we're going climbing, right? We're just going climbing, and then our friend Hakim, he mentioned, hey, like, what is D&D? Like, explain it to me. And then, of course, at the time, I saw there was a very popular clip, of course, of Deborah and Wolf talking with, what's his name? The guy that plays... Punisher, John Bernthal, on his podcast, and they were just talking about like D&D and like how do you play it, what is it, and she just goes into like her GM mode and just describes D&D, and then literally just on the spot plays D&D with him, makeshift, just to get people into it. And I did that as well. I did that same thing with my table, and now we are several months into our campaign. Quite interesting, I would say. I've learned a lot of new things. I've learned a lot of story stuff. I've learned a lot of fantasy stuff, art form stuff. The amount of things I have to research, oddly enough, for D&D is hilarious to me, because it's something you wouldn't expect. And then, of course, my players are questionable, but I love them. the side glance of like, uh-huh.
I know he doesn't love us. He's fucking lying.
Mm-hmm. We'll have a CWH D&D campaign maybe at some point. We'll see if that actually does happen. That'll be hilarious.
On the Patreon, guys.
On the Patreon.
Oh, right, the Patreon. Yes.
Yeah, and then we'll start selling CWH dice. You roll nat 20, it just says "fuck you" on one side. You roll nat 1, it just says the like tiniest like inscription of like Faris's trip on the train going through. What the fuck was it again? Montana? Where the fuck were you going? I forgot.
Doesn't matter. No, don't bring it up. We're going back to the same.
True, actually, no. Hole. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. It's on his mind.
My bad, guys.
Oh, God.
It seems I traumatized you guys.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'll do it again.
Yeah. D&D is one aspect. I've been getting more into music. I've been ramping up the classes for vocals, for guitar. Literally just went today. My fingers are burning because of the guitar strings, but it's just me not doing my due diligence to practice lately because I've been busy with the house renovations. So that room has been looking very nice. I've been doing a lot of stuff there. Really getting back into reading due to D&D as well. And then, of course, I'm now becoming a proper story writer because someone here is doing a little project. Wonder what that is.
What are you doing,
Reece? No leaks.
What are you doing, Reece?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to sign my NDNA, bro.
Yes, the NDNA.
My non-disclosure, non-agreement. I'm not compliant.
It's by design, don't worry.
I'm suffering in the writer's room.
I am in no way, shape, or form involved in this project.
except he is. But we're working on a game, basically. We start up, there was an idea one day. I had a Saturday free, and it was like, I can't do nothing for 2 days. My Saturdays and Sundays, it's just impossible to be free for 2 days and, not work. So I decided, let's make a game. And on that same day, we put together a whole team. There's me, Pavin, one of our friends. We have Anas, we have Faris, and we have two artists as well. So there's a whole team. It happened in like 2 days, and now we're making a game. It's been in production, I would say, or in development for almost a month now.
Yeah.
We're yeah, we're very close to finishing the prototype, and the actual game, I'm hoping, will be done by end of probably start to mid next year.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice timeline, honestly. I think once you do this
Yeah.
first game and you keep, if you're still interested, I think you definitely should give those like those like game jolts, like the game bashes, the indie game bashes and everything, where you make a game in like a week or two. Uh great stuff to, I think, like take part in. For me, my comparison is doing like editing 2-hour challenges or photography challenges and stuff. So for you, that would be the case in a short
I
time
would,
frame.
but I really don't think I can. Unfortunately, I would be tied up anyway, like in
I mean
terms of time. I wouldn't be able
that's
to find
past,
free
like
time.
that's past the first game. Just whenever you have your free time, if you think you can do it.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll have to see how that goes, because just a little bit of more context as to why my time is so tied up, given that I'm not studying or doing anything. I'm not even working right now, technically.
Mhm.
The game is one project. I actually started a whole nother business with a couple of other co-founders that I have, which are not part of the CWH gang, if you will, at all. One of them's a family member, the other guy's a friend of a friend, and that's just a if you it's just a company, data related company, still in the game industry, but data related. And
Yeah.
we've
Nice.
been going with that, yeah, for like I think that one's has been like 3 months now that
Yeah.
we've been working on that. So I have technically two companies right now, or I'm in two companies.
I mean, one company is way more laid back at the moment.
That's true. That's true.
It's only
But
just
either
Yeah,
hit
way,
you better
we're
tell
revival.
them
making.
start working harder, Ali.
I do all the
I'm
time.
sweating.
I know.
You
No
guys got
one
me
here likes to
mining.
fucking work.
One of our COOs keeps disappearing, man. Or just keep going.
Guys. Guys. We got one person that's traveling the universe over there. We
And I'm
got
still
somebody
working.
that keeps casting. I saw one of
True.
your things.
Right, I
I
totally
did watch
forgot.
one of your, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot to mention that I do casting. Yeah, that's another thing. That's been fun. I'll try and keep it short as well, because I forgot to mention we've actually just passed the hour mark as well. So we're an hour and 3
Okay.
minutes, I think. So yeah, an hour's fast, man. Time is fast. So
When
casting,
you have so much to talk about.
casting's been really interesting. I didn't expect to go into the position that I did as fast as I did. I always knew that like I could do it because of the ability to handle speaking on certain topics, and of course adding that element of like storytelling and being hype about it. And I was very interested in esports regardless for years, ever since I started like CSGO. So I knew I could do it. And I remember meeting caster friends during the pandemic, and they were like, hey, have you considered being a caster? And I was like, kinda, yes, no, but I kind of want to play stuff, do stuff first, maybe make it into a pro scene. Skip to me trying in Apex and failing. And I was like, okay, maybe, we'll give this casting thing a shot. And I did. And I do enjoy it. Like, I do miss the fact that I can't play on some of these. I wish I had the time to do it. But, becoming a pro in any video game is like
Real
immense amounts of stress and time given. And, a lot of these guys work really, really hard to do so with very little reward coming to them, especially with like Malaysia, Singapore scene for Valorant. Just a whole nother mess. I'll talk in a whole nother episode about it, because I think you guys would be very interested in it. So yeah. And then of course I got the option to go straight into the bigger position of casting VCT MYSG. with my friend Mason, which will probably be a future guest. I think it'll be nice to have him around to talk about some more of the esports stuff. And from that point on, I just kind of met all the other pros, the other casters, people in the esports production scene. So I'm very glad about that. I'm very glad about being able to cast and meet the people inside the industry, because I think that's that's the valuable part of it. I love doing my job. I love getting paid for it. I love doing the community events where I don't get paid for it, because I still am casting and practicing the talent and the skill for it. But meeting the people around the work, I think, has been the best, the oddest. No bad stories about it yet, but like the best and oddest things to have happened. So yeah, casting has been one of the bigger things.
I've had like a really similar experience with like meeting to the actual Twitch community while I've been following around.
It's interesting,
Really,
isn't it?
like odd.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Huh?
But we can talk about that another day.
Yeah, I mean, for you have the TwitchCon thing to go to in America, so it's easier for you to access. Harder for me over in Malaysia, because nothing happens there. Nothing happens here in terms of TwitchCon. We have Comic Fiesta, and any manga.
I've kind of figured out that TwitchCon is less so a real, like a regular convention, and it's just one big glorified networking event.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That's how TwitchCon runs, but it masquerades itself as a regular con really well, because you can go and just enjoy it like a regular con.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
I saw FuzzyTube. He was right next to me, and I was like,
boy.
man, I don't want to talk to that guy. He's crazy.
I mean, okay, it's FuzzyTube aside, TwitchCon has a lot of like Twitch in general, with the amount of numbers following it and like the streaming scene itself. It a lot of industries can come into this, right? Gaming industry, of course, but you have the tech industry coming into it. How many conventions you see that are streaming related? You see tech being sold everywhere: headphones, microphone stands, arms, everything. Like, it's all there.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
So
I wonder how many sponsorship deals happen at an event like that.
I think quite a lot. It usually has to get talked about, but I think quite a lot. But they're
they
probably
walk
very
in
picky.
and
They're just very picky.
they come in expecting to spend, though. The businesses come in expecting to.
Yeah, I mean, they have budgets. I'm sure they have like money put aside.
There was some cool tech, though. Logitech showed some cool stuff that I won't say, because it'll just increase the competitors. I don't want that. I actually want to win the game.
So, side note, guys, I own the newest line of Wooting keyboards, the Wooting 80HE, by the way. It's great. Anyways, go on. Bring it back. The recording stopped as I picked up the keyboard, and it came back. So,
Hey, no way.
Yeah, it's so funny. Anyways, that's on me. Anyways, we've hit the hour 8 going 10 mark now. So we'll wrap it up here. We'll wrap it up here as we go.
Hey.
Anything else?
You want to know more about me? Next episode.
True. Next episode. You want to know more about me? Also next episode.
Ali doesn't want to talk about
No,
himself.
we don't want to know about Ali.
No one wants to know me. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be deported in like a month anyway. I won't be here no more.
Oh man. Jeez.
Wait, so when are you going to?
I'm leaving to
back
Turkey.
to
in 2
Turkey?
weeks.
Oh, smoke. So we'll probably do
most
like.
likely, next episode I'll be in Turkey.
Okay. All right.
You think so?
Most likely.
Most likely, I think.
We'll see if we can squeeze one more in, guys. Let's see if we can squeeze one more in.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
I think we could.
I would prefer if we can, because it's much nicer to set up here, and the next episode would most likely, be just as I land, like in the first couple of days. I won't have time to set up.
It'll give you more time.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll make it a point. Okay, guys, not for you, but for Ali, we'll try to put the next episode out sooner.
Absolute cinema. All right.
So much love.
Yeah, so much love for this man. All right. Yeah. Okay. So how do we used to end this? We used to give like a recommended game or recommended music choice, and then we ended it.
Oh shit!
I am not prepared for that. Sorry, chat. I'm not prepared. I'm here to break tradition.
We'll do it in a minute.
And subscribe.
We'll do a minute pitch. We'll do a minute pitch. Of one game. Pitch. Yeah.
Just a game. Let's do a game. Just a game.
Just a game.
Just a game. All right, everyone. So this is a game that I saw recently called Rat Shakers. It's hilarious. It's I don't want to spoil it. TLDR, you hold a rat and you shake it. And then it turns into a horror game. But I'll let you guys find out
That's
how.
crazy.
It's so funny. It's so good. And it was made in like 2-3 weeks. It's great. It's a whole narrative experience. While these guys are searching out something, in terms of music, 2 days ago, what's his name? Orange Rex County and Daniel Caesar just had a collaboration. Definitely listen to that. That was great. I love those two songs that they have there. Great stuff. All right. What do you got? What do you got?
I came here to recommend the Tomb Raider 4, 5, 6 remastered collection.
Okay.
Because they were probably good games and really changed the industry when they came out, huh?
Probably.
I didn't play them. I didn't play them at all.
Never played a single one of them. Dear Lord.
I've played all of them.
Really?
Yeah, I've played all of them.
Yeah?
They're good games.
I heard that they really shaped a lot.
Yeah, I played a couple of the remastered ones as well. They're pretty good. They're decent.
You know what song I want to recommend today? I wanted to recommend a song that, like, people don't, not to say they don't listen to these guys anymore, but they're not
mainstream.
Major, like, they're not major as major as they used to be. Swedish House Mafia, guys.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. That's
Swedish
a throwback.
House Mafia.
I feel like you've brought them up before.
He has.
Maybe I have.
He has. He definitely has.
I will always advocate for them. I will always advocate for them. And the song is Lioness.
All right.
Little. You got to listen to it. That's the song that I listen to when I wake up and I'm trying to get going.
Fair enough. Good stuff. Ali, you're the last one up.
All right. For the game, I'm sure no one has ever heard of this game. Totally. It's Monster Hunter Wild.
Oh, okay.
It's not out yet. I've done
different Wilds game. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, but I'm personally very, very excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. I started my journey in World, and then I finished that. I finished Rise as well very recently, and from what I've seen from Wilds, it looks like it's a nice mixture between the both of them, and I cannot wait for it because they're very different games. If anyone has played them, very different games, and the mix between the two is so exciting to me. Anyway, that would be my game that I'll be spending another 300 hours on. Let's see, for the song, I haven't been listening to like new songs at all, or any songs really.
You can recommend an old song.
An old song that I've been recently listening to a lot, Teenage Dirtbag. Weedus, my man. I've been listening to Teenage Dirtbag a lot. Great song. I'm sure most people have heard of it already, but yeah.
All right. Sick.
That's been my go-to song.
Wow.
Sick.
Amazing.
Sick. Amazing stuff.
Good job, guys.
Well, that pretty much wraps up our little catch-up session here with the boys. Hopefully we don't take a whole nother year to upload a bunch of episodes altogether. We'll try and keep things on the down low in terms of a schedule. I don't think a schedule is going to be too good for us considering all of us are relatively busy, but we will try anyways because we love this project. Anyways, I don't think I have too much final words besides, take care of yourself, keep yourself healthy. If you want to get guns like this man down there in the frame, keep yourself looking good, shaped up, hygienic. If you want to keep all your good looking face stuff, like the guy next there. This frame. See, look, I'm getting mogged. I'm getting mogged on the outro.
That's crazy.
And then if you want to stress out on writing stuff, be like me. So, I think that's all I got. I think that's all the boys got as well. I
actually got one more thing.
Oh, yeah. Close it out.
Hey. We don't get paid for this. And that's why you should absolutely like and subscribe. And be prepared to save money for our Patreon that's coming out soon. You know me. Hey. I appreciate you. Miss you.
What he said. Anyways, we don't get paid for this. CWH, love you all. Catch you next episode. Take care of yourselves.
All right. Are they gone? Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Are they gone?
So many eyes, bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
hate them.